moving on. What does this mean for the financial markets? What does it mean for the euro? Well, James Chen is Chief Technical Analyst at FX Solutions and has joined us now. James, thanks very much indeed for joining us. I'm not going to ask you any convoluted German political questions as well, but because your speciality is where these exchange rates are going. And I know you've got some big calls out there, but what about the euro?
Well, let's take a look at the euro. We've been in a very strong uptrend, a bullish trend since around the 120 area in July of 2012, and we've seen some regular breakouts above key levels, including 126.50, 130, and most recently 133. So right now we're a bit above 133. I've been looking for 135 ever since we had that bounce off 126.50. So for the time being, I'm looking up at 135.
What happens when we get to 135 and breach that level? If we breach that level, is there clear water till 140 or something? Or
if we are able to breach 135, yes, I'm looking to 140 as the next major resistance level to the upside.
And if we break down at 135, where do we go back down to? 126.50 or?
For me, I have strong support at 130, and then if we are to break under 130, then 126.50. Those are some key levels right there.
Okay.
Often when you start to see some of the technicals breached on one trade, you see people try and play it in a different pattern through another trade, say like euro-yen on the crosses. Is that happening this time around? We're seeing a lot of trade in that particular pair as well?
In the euro-yen? Yes, absolutely. Especially we see in terms of the weakness of the yen, we've seen that on the dollar-yen, and a lot of people are playing the euro-yen because we've seen huge moves to the upside on euro-yen as well. So a very popular instrument in the currencies.
Speaking of which, this is a key week for the BOJ, whether we see a change to the inflation target, or at least if we don't, then the government suggesting there'll be more stimulus to come. It's been such a hard trade, hasn't it? We've been right up around the 90 mark, but people are not sure whether this trade is going to really break out to the upside, or whether that people are going to be caught with a whole bunch of these trades now. So what do you do? What do you see on the technicals for this dollar-yen pair? Well,
if you take a look at the dollar-yen, it's really been the biggest currency story in the last several weeks, last several months. You see a big stair-step move to the upside. I believe we're around a 30-month high in terms of dollar-yen, so lots of breaks to the upside. We basically haven't seen a break in terms of pullbacks, major pullbacks in this big run to the upside. So as you said, we're right under the 90 level right now. 90 was a key level for me. It is a key level for me. If we are able to break above 90, I've got further targets at 92 and then eventually at 95. But I would warn that there was probably going to be a larger pullback, larger correction.
What do you make of what currency speculators are doing on the positioning? Because the data out on Friday was basically showing that those speculators had cut their bets against the Japanese yen in the week, even though most are still negative on the currency. They were just unwinding the position. So what does the momentum trade then tell you because of the positioning?
Well, in terms of positioning, yeah, I think there will be a larger correction because of basically everyone is long the dollar, short the yen. So there will be a larger correction involved, coming up soon. But to the upside, I'm seeing, strong uptrend, strong bullish trend. I don't see how that really is going to, is not going to continue. It will continue to the upside.
So 95 in sight on the dollar-yen trade?
95 is my target to the upside, yes.
Quick word on the Aussie versus the greenback. Where's this one going?
Well, Aussie against greenback, we've been range bound between basically 106 area, 103.50 area. We aren't able to get above 106 for the past, I guess, several months. Now, if we have a break to the upside above 106, then I'm looking further to 107.50, 108.50. But really, the key level there to look there is 106.
James, lovely to see you. Thanks very much indeed for joining us. It's bright and early on this Monday morning. James Chen, Chief Technical Analyst at FX Solutions.